solo.
And hello, welcome to Solo Playthrough. Sorry, we are a half hour behind schedule. Yeah, the construction in my house will be done one day. That day is not today, but that day is coming, and it's going to be glorious. My mic appears to be on. Everything looks not terrible, considering I had no time to tweak any of these settings. I might mess with them a little bit, but honestly, I'm impressed. They look not awful. All right, so Saget, wonder what is the Greg scale of construction emergencies? Like a minor would be maybe a beam dropping from the ceiling, major is roof collapsing, and catastrophic is like burning a monastery. Yeah, this one was actually fairly minor. We were doing some stuff with our water. Some water stuff. We had a plumber here. Yeah, I'm super technical, guys. I'm definitely a construction guy. And of course, the access to the water, the main water into the house is of course right here, because that's a really convenient place for it when I'm trying to live stream. So the plumber had that turned off. All my shit was moved and my big light was knocked over, and yes. We'll have a moment of zen with the with the Geodens. It's really hopefully how today will play out. Sag says, "Sup, Greg? AV is about as bad as usual." And Phoenix Night, what's up, Eric? Your construction might be done in time for my wedding day. Nice! Oh, aka the 17th of Nevin. Never, not Nevin. Man, I was about to give you congratulations, but that's fine. It's fine. You should have a bachelor party anyway. Just do it. Man, make it happen. My bachelor party was like a weekend in the woods with like 15 friends and just had a bunch of board games and a full-time chef, and it was glorious. And it was a very strict no stripper rule. Not that I'm like, if that's your thing, rock on. Not my thing. So definitely have some friends like, are you really serious about that? Yes, I'm very serious about that. All right, let's make this happen. We're going to do random, advanced. I am not a robot. At least I don't think I am. Traffic lights. These are all traffic lights. Can I pass this test to prove that I am not a robot? Apparently not. Stairs. These are stairs. I know my stairs. Okay, it believes me now. Great, let's make this happen. So, I am going to be against the Geodens. I will have a random AI opponent. We will figure that out as we go. And let's get this. Oh, that's a rough start. So, the Federation token at the top of the Terraforming track is the 12 points, which is kind of gross because it means I can't flip it over to use it for anything else fun. So, considering I'm definitely getting to the top of that track as a Geodens, that is far from ideal. We have our Lost Planet token. The advanced tech tiles are, here is 3 knowledge. Here is 3 ore. Again, those are both actions once a round that you can take. This is 5 points per Federation token that you have at the time you take it. This is 1 ore for sector that you're in. Oh, crap. I should probably plug in my computer. Here we go. All right, we're good. 1 ore for sector that you have a colony in at the time you take that. We're going to have 2 points per Gaia planet that you have colonized at the time you take that. And at this point, this would be 2 points for every research area you progress up after you take that tile until the end of the game. Remember, advanced tech tiles need to go on top of standard tech tiles. And if there is an ability on that standard tech tile that you would like to use again, well, you probably don't want to cover it with an advanced tech tile now, do you? Now, we have 7 points is going to be in the economic track. Cycle 4 power is going to be in the AI track. 1 knowledge per planet type you have colonized is in the terraforming track. Gaia forming track. That's a bad place for that, for the Geodens. We have the 4 credit per income, 4 credit every income round, every income phase, I should say. We have 3 points for every Gaia planet you colonize after you take that one. That's in a weird place in case I wanted to go up the knowledge track. We have 1 ore and 1 QIC. That's in the terraforming track, we have 1 ore and cycle 1 in income. That's again, these are all down here. So 4 credit, 1 ore and power 1, and then 1 knowledge and 1 power. 1 knowledge and 1 credit is also. So these are, again, we take these, we can move up any track we want. We take any of these 6, they have to go up on that track. And the last one I haven't put out yet is a navigation track, and that is going to be making your academies and your research academies and your planetary institute is going to be worth 4 power instead of 3 for the purpose of forming federations, and also all for purpose of powering or cycling when you're in the neighborhood, blah 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 blah. So for all purposes, those structures are now worth 4, which isn't always great. All right, we're gonna have our round boosters. 5 points if you build your planetary institute or your either of your academies in round 1. In round 2, we're gonna get 4 points. Really? 4 points for putting a colony on a Gaia planet. In round 3, we get 2 points additional, or 2 points for every research area we go up. In round 4, we have 2 points for any mine that we put on the board. In round 5, we have 5 points for any federation token we gain, no matter how we gain it. And round 6 is 4 points for every trading station. Most excellent. These can come out of the game. Our end game scoring bonuses are going to be 1 point per structure that we have in a colony. So for the AI, that's going to be take their total number of structures and subtract 1. And then it's going to be the most sectors that we can get in. There will be a dummy player. The dummy player will be set at 6 for the most sectors and will be set at 10 for the number of structures in a federation. We have our round boosters. 2 points at the time you pass for every trading station you have on the board, plus 1 ore in income, 1 ore in income, and 1 knowledge in income, plus 3 to navigation, and then you can carry out the build a mine action, plus 2 power cycled in income, 2 credit in income, and 1 QIC in income, and last but not least, when you pass, 3 points for every research lab you have on the board, and 1 knowledge in income. Those are out. We have to set up our map. The mighty map. Remember, 5, 6, and 7 are flipped over in a solo game. We're going to need number 3 down in this corner over here. Booyah. We have a 4 above that. It's like so. That looks correct. We have a 1 in the center. Where else would the 1 go but in the center? We have a 6 up here. It's going to be forming a little blue planet, transiting planet, blue planet pattern over there. It looks so pretty. I feel pretty. I feel pretty. All right, we're going to put this here. We're going to have 2 more to go. 5's going to go here. And last but not least, we have 7 is going to go. That looks weird. Because it was wrong. It looks weird because it was wrong. So lots of open space down here, which is interesting. I think we can flip this over a little bit, and that looks fantastic. All right. Yeah, I think we're good. We got some bright colors. The Gaia Project is always a little bit of a challenge for my camera for reasons I don't fully understand, but it is what it is. All right, let's figure out who we are up against. So the AI can be the Terrans, the Ferex, the Xenos, the Taklons, the Itars, or the Hashalas. I'm going to roll the die, and I rolled a 2. We are the Ferex. All right. Ferex have some interesting mechanics. We'll definitely want to refresh my recollection of that before we get started there, but we will need the gray tokens. So we're going to take these out. The Ferex do not start up on any one track. So we're going to put 1 on each of the research areas in level 1. Or level 0, I should say, and then this goes on the 10. I think that will look good. Kind of. Well, this looks off in the bottom corner over here. Whatever, it will work. All right, so I do have, let me do this. Let me get that text in the background away. Cool. I like it. We are going to have the Federation reward tiles. I'll just put them over here. Again, there's 2 of everyone in a solo game. You just take 1 of each out. Oh, there's 2 of everyone except for the one that's up in the Federation. So I definitely screwed this up. Yep, there we go. So 2 of 5, and then we have the remaining 12 points per 12 points for just taking that tile thing there. Again, it's a lot of points, but you just can't ever flip it. So it's like, it's not that great. We are going to get the rest of the Phyrex structures. We don't need their Gaia formers. We actually don't need their satellites either. No, we do need their, I'll keep their satellites out, but we don't need their Gaia farmers, and we don't need their resource markers. So here are their 2 academies. Here's your Planetary Institute, your 3 research labs, your 4 trading stations. I do have a folded space insert for Gaia Project. It is phenomenal. I am a big fan of what folded space does. I've heard not all of their inserts are as good as the Gaia Project one, but the Gaia Project one is excellent. So I have Gaia Project, I have Spirit Island, and I have Madara. Again, all that was review copy sent to me, so take whatever grain of salt. Take my comments, whatever grain of salt you feel is necessary. All right, we're going to put a gray up in both of the endgame scoring tracks. I'm going to put a gray up here to help me as I try to figure out terraforming steps. And we will look at the Phyrex AI card. Their Atoma action is they do an upgrade action, and then they get 2 points. However, when upgrading, the Atoma can downgrade from a research lab to a trading station. This has priority over normal upgrades to trading stations. All right, so that late game, we're going to start needing to pay attention to that. It's like, oh, if they have a research lab, they actually downgrade, they get the 2 points. It's super interesting. Ongoing ability, after upgrading to a research lab, the Atoma advances in a random research area. So for them, downgrading from research lab to a trading station is super cool, because that's going to mean that they're going to start jumping up these research areas, which is going to do 2 things. One's going to put pressure on me if they ever start getting to the top of an area that I want to get to, and 2, it's going to give them a ton more points on the research area tracks come endgame. Remember, every step that they're up above here, so if they're up there, they get 12 points for that. So every step they're up above, this black line, they're going to get 4 points. So again, they can get like 36, 48 points for being up on research areas, because the Phyrex are very research heavy with that little mechanic they have. John B, hello, sir. He says, hello, Saget. Hey, Phoenix, John B. Hope you're doing okay. Saget just finishing up a game of Mage Knight, was playing a bunch of Dead Men. Tell No Tales this afternoon. Earlier, such a fun little game, so I'm probably not following you too much. Saget, in any case, good luck. Tony, hello, good luck. Saget, I mean, clearly Folded Space paid you $7,500 to share a positive opinion. And Troy says, good map for the Geodens. I have not looked at the map, that is for sure. So I will take Troy's word for it. Troy tends to know what he's talking about. We're going to go ahead and grab the starting, nope. Yep, we're going to get the starting one of these for the Atoma, so we're grabbing this one. And now, since I'm playing on hard mode, well, let me figure out their mines. This one's closest to the center, and this one closer to the center. So yeah, no doubt about that. Don't need to actually pull a random card to make sure of that. So we'll get the rest of the cards that we need for the Atoma's deck. Since we're playing on hard, we're going to get all the cards that have the green box on it, plus card number 9. So we're going to have 7 cards total. There's card number 9, green box. So that should be 7. I'm going to shuffle up this deck. We're going to take 6 more cards off, 1 for each round. There'll be 4 cards. My sounds get weirder and weirder, but come for the game, stay for the weird sounds that Greg makes. And the singing. Don't forget the singing. All right, we're going to do this. Take 6 cards off the top. 4 cards come out of the game. And then we're going to add 1 more of these cards to the 7 cards I separated that before. Here's a round booster for the Phyrex. I'll put that up there, and we'll see how I want to fit all the Atoma stuff on the board otherwise. I probably could make my ugly mug a little bigger, but I won't. We can put these 5 cards there, and we'll put the Atoma cards here. So 5 are going to be horizontal, or yeah, 3 will be horizontal at the bottom, horizontal, vertical, you know, it gets very confusing. And then we have 5 on top. The Atoma will have 5 to 7 turns this round, I think is how the math works out. So we're going to put this here, and we'll put another token over there. I use that to make sure I remember to score the Atoma. So let's talk about the Geodens. They're Planetary Institute. The first time you build a mine on each planet type, you gain 3 knowledge. You do not gain knowledge for planet types you colonize before upgrading to your Planetary Institute. So getting to your Planetary Institute early is super, super important. It is definitely one of those factions that's probably a round 1 move for you. They do not have any special abilities other than that. They do start up at +1 on the terraforming track, and indeed we do get the 2 ore that comes with being up on that spot. So even though the white for where the ore goes is on the 4, it actually is really on the 6, because again, once we're up there, we get that 2 ore. We also have 1 QIC to start the game. Let me pause this real quick. Phoenix Knight, Greg singing. I don't think my ears can stand that. What are you talking about, dude? It's like I'm famous for my singing. I'm freaking like Frank Sinatra, baby. All right. Or who's that weirdo that my parents listen to? Bublé, Michael Bublé. That's a name, dude. I wish my last name was Bublé. I'm just jealous, dude. Every time I make fun of something, it just comes out of a deep place of jealousy. I need to start with 2 mines on the board. Well, I don't need to. I want to. Yeah. That's a good board for me. Yeah, we'll go here. We'll go here. Those will be low-hanging fruit for turning stuff over. Question is, can I get my Planetary Institute out before I have to take that red planet? And if I'm racing to that red planet with the Ferex, that is probably not a great place to be. But red is super. I mean, that terraforming steps for red. I mean, that's pretty extreme. But the problem is if it's only range 2. Well, range 2 will go there. All right, it will actually start going in those directions. And since it's going to start going in those directions, perhaps I grab this. That's something that gets me in that sector, and then I can easily move into here. I probably will want to take 1 Gaia planet. Want to take 1 Gaia planet around 2. The 4 points is a lot of points, so that you don't want to do too much point chasing early. The other thing that's interesting is, well, we have that round booster, which gives me +3 range, which is super nice. The other thing that's interesting with the Geodens is, look, I mean, there are 9, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. There's 9 planet types, including Gaia planets and the Lost Planet. So if I can do 8 of them over the course of the game, so if I get the Lost Planet, I get a Gaia planet, and I have this out, that's 24 knowledge. 24 knowledge translates to 6 jumps on the research area, right? So it can be pretty strong. Hold on 1 sec. I think we're good. Sorry, just some stuff going on up there. Whew, construction emergencies are fun. All right, let's make this happen. I am going to grab my round booster for the round. It's probably redundant somewhere in there. My round booster for the round. And I will grab, I'm going to get a knowledge from there. That's probably not helpful. I could cycle 2. Again, always the thing about putting a planetary institute early is that you're not getting a tech tile early, right? So there's like a pushback on that can be a little rough. 9, 11. QIC makes some sense. I mean, I can always turn a QIC into an ore. If I'm not getting the knowledge that, yeah, getting the research lab thing doesn't make sense. I'm probably not going to need the range this turn. I'll hope for that next turn. So let me grab the 2 credit and the QIC. This will go there. And now we're going to go to income. In income, I'm going to get 1, 2, 3 ore, so I go from 6 to 9. We're going to get 1, 2 credit. I go from 15 to 17. I get 1 knowledge, and I get a second QIC. Again, I had 1, and I get that 1 from there. I'm not powering anything, but this all looks good. So, on my first turn of the game, I'm going to form a trading station. Why not? So I'm going to spend 2 credit. Oh, I lied. I'm going to spend 3 credit. I go from 17 down to 14. I'm going to spend 2 ore, and I'm going to place a trading station within range 2. It only cost me 3, so I could do either one of them. I think he's going to end up going this way, so I'm going to want to power off of him often. So I'm going to do that one, which is directly adjacent to the Ferex, and I get 0 points for that. I spent my resources. Everything is good to go. We're going to go to the Atoma's first turn. First card comes off. It is a support card. Probably going to lose that on the screen, ain't I? I'll put this here for now. No one's gonna. We don't really need that to be visible yet. And then this comes out. So we're doing an Atoma action early. Of course we are. And put this down here to remind me to score the points. The Atoma is going to do an upgrade action. It's going to upgrade a trading station to a mine to a trading station. It is adjacent to me, so again, closest to me. It's obviously that one. I'm going to spend 1 point to cycle 2. And the Atoma is going to then get 2 points. Now also, since it upgraded to a trading station, it's going to move up in a random research area, and that's for all actions. That's for Atoma actions, that's for non-Atoma actions. At all times, it's going to get this move up on a random research area. That's going to be, research area is going to be 5 coming from the right. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. It moves up on the navigation track, which is a little unfortunate because I would like to get that lost planet at some point today. So I would prefer it move up on another track that I didn't really care about. So, but that is that. We gave it its 2 points. We're going to go now to my turn. We're getting our colony out because that's what we do. We are colonizers. So our planetary institute. We're getting our planetary institute out. I could have. Nah. I'm good. I kind of like what I did. It's going to be a pretty underwhelming first round, but I think it should set me up well for next round. So I'm going to spend 4 ore. I go from 7 down to 3. I'm going to spend 6 credit. I go from 14 down to 8. I put my Planetary Institute on the board. I'm going to put it here. I really don't have a choice there. Since I put my Planetary Institute on the board, I get 5 points. I go from 9 to 14. And that is it. So we'll be power cycling pretty quick next turn. Maybe get another, oh man. Could lose something, do a terraforming step maybe. We'll have some interesting options, to say the least. Economic track, maybe. I don't know. We'll figure out what I want to do. Atoma's turn. That's the new support card. It's going to move up on a random research area. It's moving up on 2 coming from the right. It moves up on that one. That's the end of their turn. My turn. I hope I can cycle off of them again, because then what I might do is do this action, which would give me a terraforming step, which would get me there, which then I could build a mine there. So I want to make sure I'm getting like max income next turn, because right now, like, I have I'm only getting 2 ore and no credit from my board, so that's not entirely great. But what I'm going to do is spend my 4 knowledge. And part of me is like, do I just blitz the terraforming track? Blitz that economic track. And economic track's always helpful. That's, where's the nearest transit planet? That's over there. I could try to do a Gaia project if I want to get a terraformer, but that's not I mean, it's not crazy, right? I mean, I could spend 3, get over there. Wait, if I enhance my, if I spend, if I'm sorry, if I spend a QIC, I can, because it enhances my range by 2, right? So if I get a Gaia former, I mean, I have a chance to really get some Gaia planets without spending QIC for that. It also would give me some more access to this part of the board a little easier. Remember, I do want to be in all 4 sectors, so like that's one kind of way to do it. And it would just be an easy mine build next turn. I'm going to want to get this at some point, so there is some sense there. I do want to get a Gaia planet. Sure, I'm going to just spend that 4 knowledge to move up on there, get a Gaia former. I might not be doing much economic track this turn, but again, that's a late game card thing I'm going to want too. So like, I'm wondering if I can... man, I want to do the navigation track too. I'm having competing interest. I feel very confused. I'm trying to do too many things, I think, is my problem. But this is one easy way to get a Gaia planet. Just leaves me pretty low. I just feel like I'm wasting a jump. If I go there, try to get navigation track. If I go here, try to get navigation, can I, is it worth it? If I go there and I get that, then I could just jump over there. That's another thing that interests me. Do they get the 4 points? Yeah, I'm going to take the Gaia former. I just think that it could help get me some of the range I'm going to want for endgame scoring. It looks a little weird, especially since there's other tracks I want to get up to. I mean, ideally, I want to get to 2 there. Yeah, I think if I ignore economic track, I think I'll be all right for a little bit. So we'll see. This comes over, this comes out. The Atoma is placing a mine. It's placing a mine range 2. Endgame scoring does matter, so we're just going to go on a... Oh, that sucks. It's taking the red planet from me, because of course it is. So it's going to... well, not necessarily, right? Because this is range 2, this is range 2, and again, it has to be on a sector that it's not on already, because endgame scoring does matter. So it's actually going to place a mine here, because that's 1 terraforming step. So we're going to get them on a Gaia planet. I cannot cycle off of that, but at least it did not take my red planet, and the Atoma is going to go ahead and get 1 point. My turn. I'm going to do I'm going to spend a QIC. Oh, I'm going to have to cycle all those 6 of those out. That's why I didn't want to do that. Yeah, I forget. It's been a while since I did a Gaia project. So I don't want to do that yet. I'm taking this back. I forgot I have to take the 6 out of my cycle. Man, it's been a long time since I've done a Gaia forming strategy. Woof. I just want to have the power. I don't hate the idea for the future, but actually, yeah, it's a bad idea for the future too. Never mind. I'm gonna move up on the economic track. I think that'll make a lot more sense. Yeah, we're fine. So sorry about that. So I undid my last turn. I forgot I had to take 6 out of my cycle to do the Gaia forming step. I was like, wait, what am I missing? Oh, that's what I'm missing. I'm just playing bad. Great. So what I want to do then is I'm going to take 3 things. Oh, so painful. I'm going to take 3 things out of my cycle. I'm going to cycle 3. I'm going to cycle 3 again. Again, that's all free actions, right? Take 1 out, free action, and I cycle 3 to do a power QIC action. So this is not a free action. I'm going to get 1 terraforming step, and I'm going to spend an ore and 2 credit. I'm placing a mine here. That is a new planet type for me, so I get 3 knowledge. Amazing. Yeah, I wonder if I should have taken the extra knowledge if I was considering that like ahead of the game. But I think that's still fine. Yeah, I don't hate that. We'll start getting more jumps next turn. We're at a 4. I'll get 4 there. Another terraforming. Yeah, I probably could have gotten myself another jump had I taken a different round booster. Had I taken like that ore and the knowledge instead of the QIC and the credit. But the QICs will come in handy for sure. Atoma's turn. They're moving this over here. It's doing an upgrade action. Its priority is to upgrade a mine to a trading station. It has 2. It's going to be closest to me. 5. This one is closer. Yeah, it's 6. This is 5. It puts a trading station. Since it upgrades to a trading station, it's going to move up on a random research area. It's going to be 4 from the right. 1, 2, 3, 4. It now moves up 1 on the AI track. It also gets a point because of the card. So 1, 1. Yep, that is correct. All right. Let's do... I have some credit. I think I pass. Atoma might declare end around next turn. I really want to get that because I want to grab that Gaia planet there, so that +3 could be super helpful. It will also get me on another planet type, and it will get me into a different... I'll be able to cycle a ton, and it will get me into a different sector, right? If I could just get all 7 of these sectors out of the way early, that could be pretty helpful. So that's yellow. Gives you some access to yellow. Yeah, like maybe yellow, blue, get a federation. I like it. So we're going to grab this. I'm going to pass. I keep the first player token. I keep all my resources. I'm going to get 3 ore, no credit yet, but I'm going to be able to cycle a ton. I feel decently good about this. We now go to the Atoma's turn. He comes out. Next card is at the end of the turn. It is not. We have an Atoma action. The Atoma is going to prioritize upgrade to a mine to a trading station, so it does its 3rd one of the round. And then it's going to get 2 points, but it's also going to move up on a random research area, 2 from the right, moves up again on navigation, and gets 2 points. It gets 14 to 16. Acoma's next turn. It's not declared around. It's a power QIC action. So it's going to go 3 coming from the right, or 2 coming from the right. 1, 2 gets 3 points. So 1, 2, 3. And potential last end of turn. It finally ends the round. It gets the middle one, so I could have had a couple more turns, but it would have taken the middle one. So glad I got that when I wanted it. And then we're going to add a tile. We're going to get 0 end round points for the Atoma, and we're going to get ready for the next round. If you want the 3K tile, you can get it in round 3, maybe 2 if you focus on Terra. I would go up either Terra or Econ. Good backtrack. Thank you, Troy. All right. Whew. Let's see. Yeah, I really don't like the fact that that Federation token at the top of the Terraforming track is a 12 pointer and doesn't give me any ability to flip again. So forming other federations of my own is going to be super important. I do wonder if taking that makes a little bit of sense early, because then I could just actually form a quick federation right there. Forming early federations can really help because they're getting the influx of resources that you get from federation tokens. All right, we're gonna undo these 3. Or turn 3 sideways, put this here. First, I already have my round booster. Let's go to income. I get 3 ore, 1, 2, 3. I get 2 credit, 1, 2. I get to get 1 knowledge like that, and I'm going to cycle 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, plus I get to add 1 to my thing. So what I'm going to do is cycle the 4 from here, 1, 2, 3, 4, cycle the 2 from here, then I'm going to, oh, I have to do all my benefits I can do in any order I want. So yes, if I cycle the 2 from here, cycle the 4 from here, 1, 2, 3, 4, so all this is there, gain a power cycle token from that, and then I still have cycle 1 more, we could go there. And I'm probably going to want the Atoma to make that cycle over, and then I could get myself 2 knowledge, or 2 ore, or 7 credit, like all of that could be pretty good. I don't think I'm going to want to use that for terraforming steps anymore. Quite frankly, I'm going to want to get that up high, and then I could just do my own terraforming as we go. Getting a research lab on the board this round, I think, is going to be important just to get my first research, just to get my first tech tile. And like this one isn't crazy. I'm plus going to have I should have 2 terraform. I'll have 1 jump from there. Yeah, if I get 2 knowledge, I can get 2 jumps. That could be super helpful. And really just blitz like maybe terraforming and economic early. Should be able to make that work. So my first turn, I want to get over to that Gaia planet because I know I want to do that this round. So again, my natural range is 1. I'm going to do this action. That gives me +3 to my range. That can get me over to that Gaia planet. I'm going to spend a QIC to colonize it, plus 1 ore and 2 credit. I put a mine over here. That is a new planet type for me. So that gives me 3 knowledge. My knowledge goes from 4 over to 7. And I'll put a reminder of that here and here. Atoma's turn. They're going to have the support card, so it is an Atoma action support card. They're going to move up on a random research area. They're moving up there, so they're chasing me. They're putting pressure on me at both the economic and the navigation track, and that is not great. I'm pretty tempted to form a federation like first round, dude. Oh, I put a mine on a Gaia planet, so I get 4 points. That's one of the reasons I wanted to do that this round, so I go from 14 to 18. The Foreign Federation this round, it would basically be getting be possible. It'd be tight, but I'd have to get this tactile there, which is probably not great. Probably overthinking that. Probably overthinking that a wee bit. I do like these income tactiles. I want to get up there. I want my terraforming to get super cheap. I also want to get to stage 2 of the navigation track, so that I'm kind of figuring out how I guess I'm just ignoring. I'm ignoring this track apparently. Research area track isn't great for me either. AI track I could ignore, but I do love that token a lot, but apparently not meant to be. And the other thing is, do I go up to there on the economic track? I just want terraforming to be stupid cheap, but if I don't have range to anything, that's 1 terraforming step too. So that would actually be, I mean, honestly, I don't need to do navigation track for a while, because like if that's 1 QIC, then I'm there. Those are easy pickings. So yeah, maybe I just do blitz the terraforming track. That will give me a bunch of knowledge, and I could use that to go up other tracks as well. If I can get a new planet type this round, one of the benefits of that is then if I can get this 2, that's 12 knowledge, I get 3 jumps in this very round, which is pretty sick. Just wondering if I'm going to take a tactile or not. I don't think I can get a new planet type this round and get a tactile. So That's a little bit of a problem. A white planet's going to be probably the hardest for me. All right, we're going to... Yeah, I'm pretty committed to going up the terraforming track. We're spending 4 knowledge. I'm going up here. That will work. Atoma's turn. Oh, man, power QIC action. 4 coming from the left. 1, 2, 3, 4. There goes the credits. 3 points for them. 1, 2, and 3. That's the end of their turn. So they're not doing anything to let me cycle off them, which is a little bit annoying because I really want this one to cycle the heck over. I'm going to build a trading station is I think my next play. The Furrex are staying very tight, and that's a little annoying, but we're going to spend 3 credit, 1, 2, 3, and 2 ore, 1, 2. We're putting this on the board here. I'll put it here. It's within 2, so still in the neighborhood, and that's all she wrote. Please do an upgrade. I would much appreciate it. No, it is placing a mine. Placing a mine range 2, endgame scoring does not matter. So we're looking at terraforming steps. Is there a gray planet within range 2? There is not. Yeah, they're going to stay far away from me, I think. This is 1 terraforming step. This is 1 terraforming step. Nope, good. That white planet is going to save the day. So it does mean getting a white planet for me is going to be a little harder, but they're going to place a mine here. I can spend 2 points to cycle 3, or I can spend 0 points to cycle 1. That's a much better thing to do. So that was done, and I mean, at some point, what I could have done is just cycled 1 to get a credit, and then spent 2 points to cycle 3 and got them back. So, but it's 2 points for 1 credit, probably not worth it. So I cycled that for free, and then the Atoma is going to get 1 point, so it goes to there. 14, 17, yeah, because it was at 19, I think, to start this round, and then it got 3 and then 1, so that makes some sense. I'm gonna spend if I get, oh man, I'm just worried it's gonna get me to, it's gonna beat me to the top of that freaking economic track anyway, which is fine. I'm gonna spend the 4 knowledge, the 4 credit, and I will take no tactiles. What is happening? I will take 2 knowledge. Yeah, it's almost like I'm just ignoring the income tiles altogether, which is super interesting. So then my only income's going to come from the economic track. So I'm going to take 2 knowledge. It gets me up to 5. Don't. Can I get? I could. I could. I could backdoor this way. Yeah, it's a little expensive, but I think this makes the most sense. So I have an idea. All right, Atoma's turn. They're going to go there and there. Atoma's doing an upgrade action. It's upgrading a mine to a trading station. It has 1 more trading station. Every time it upgrades to a trading station, it goes up in a random research area, 4 from the right. So it's going up again on the AI track. I could spend 2 points to cycle 3. 1, 2, cycle 3. Yes, please. And the Atoma gets 1 point. All right, so we've done everything. Again, we did their upgrade. We moved up in a random research area. I cycled, and we gave them a point. So done. I'm going to now spend 5 knowledge. Man, this would have been so much better for next turn, but like, I just don't think I can care about the 2 points each time here. So looking at next turn, again, it's 2 points every time you move up on a tech tile or the research area. But I think I want to get over here. I want to get into this sector as well. So we have some things we need to do. So I'm going to send this 5 knowledge, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. I'm going to move up on the terraforming track, and we're going to cycle 3. So 1, 2, 3. That is good. And now it's only 1 ore for every terraforming step. The Atoma's turn. It's doing an upgrade. It's upgrading a trading station to a research research lab. It's going to upgrade this one. I can spend 1 point to cycle 2, 1 to 2, and 1 point for the Atoma. So again, next time it's priority. Oh, only the faction action is when they prioritize downgrading. So that is something to remember. They will not do that as a matter of course. I can now cycle 4. That's pretty glorious. Great. So I'm going to cycle 4 to get to ore. Atoma's turn. Potential end of round. It is not. They're doing an Atoma action. They're doing an upgrade. They're going to prioritize putting that to a trading station. You can downgrade from a research lab to a trading station. Oh, am I doing this wrong? After upgrading to a research lab, it advances in a random research. Oh man, I did that. I did that way too many times. I did that way too many times. All right, we'll just have to figure it out the hard way. So I gave them 4 random upgrades. Actually, I could undo this. What was the last one I did? What was the last one I did? What the heck? Did I look at the wrong thing? So I had 4. I can't even figure it out. So we did 4. I gave them 4 upgrades I shouldn't have got. 4 research jumps I shouldn't have gotten. So we're gonna ignore this one. That's an ongoing ability. Yeah, I'm sorry, I screwed this up. So anyway, this has to downgrade. And since I gave them 4 random jumps because they have 4 trading stations, I'm gonna just I'm gonna take away 4 random jumps. So that's instead of giving them a jump for the one. No, but they didn't upgrade to a research lab. They upgraded to 1 research lab. And I didn't upgrade them. Right. Right. So I upgraded them 4 times for they did when they upgraded the trading stations. I did not upgrade them into research labs, so they're still +3 in jumps, and I'm not going to try to go back and figure out what jumps they should have, what they shouldn't have had. It just is what it is. I just read that wrong. After upgrading to a research lab, the Atoma advances in a random. So after upgrading to a research lab, not a trading station, but they downgrade the trading stations, fine. Ultimately, I upgraded them 4 times on research areas. I should have only done it once. So they're still +3. The next 3 times they upgrade the research labs, I'm not going to upgrade them until that evens out. Again, it's all random. You can send complaints to Solo Playthroughs Philadelphia, and we'll call it a day. All right. So they do a downgrade instead of an upgrade because it's an Atoma action, and that does take priority over normal upgrades. And then they're going to get just 2 points, and they go 1 and 2. Right, because that makes sense because they had 3. Yeah, they started with 19. They get 8. 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. Makes sense. Done. My turn. I'm going to use this. Ooh. Now I have options. We're going to use a QIC. Maybe I want to get into there. I want to get next to a blue planet too, because I do not have a blue planet. I have a yellow planet, which is a low-hanging fruit right there. We have a red planet. There's a black. Yeah, that's just like 4 of the planets I need over there. I also need to kind of creep into here and here. Navigation track late will probably be helpful with that. So I'm going to do a build a mine action. I'm going to spend 1 QIC to extend my range by 2. So my range is now 3. I'm going for this brown planet. I'm going to spend 1 ore because the mine costs 1 ore. I'm going to spend 1 ore for each of the 2 terraforming steps. I'm spending 2 credit. I'm placing this mine here. When I place the mine, since it's a new planet type for me, I get 3 knowledge. That gets me from 1 to 4. And I've now gotten the brown planet. Atoma's turn. This comes here. Potential end of round. It is the end of the round. They're taking this. Again, there's still +3 research area bumps. Again, sorry about that. We'll figure it out later. Woo. If you want to have a lot of fun, go up Terra and take the 3K tile next round. You will run wild on the tracks. Take the 3K. Don't know what the 3K tile is. What's the 3K tile, dude? What's the 3K tile? I genuinely. Oh, the 3 knowledge tile. Yeah. Well, I need a Federation token for that, so that's something to consider. But yeah, it's not a terrible idea. I definitely see that. I'm hesitant to do too much of that though, because like I know my ability to I'm worried about how many Federation tokens I'm gonna have, and I know that could become a problem. I don't love the fact that this is inefficient, having that mine giving me no resources, but it is what it is. Gonna go 3 sideways, 6 here. This goes here, this goes here, and we're going to flip this over. We get 2 more points for the Atoma for the end of the round. I'm not colonizing more Gaia planets, so I don't really care. All right, and they're going to get the first player token, because of course they will. Excellent, my turn. I'm going to use this knowledge. Economic track seems super awesome for me. So 1, 2, 3, 4, and go up there. Now, having no tech tiles is a super interesting way to play this game. I don't recommend this. I got 5 jumps though, so it's hard to hate on that too much. That could be getting that tile could be a nice orb boost. We're in 4 sectors. This sector is going to be the hardest. I would definitely like to get on all the sectors. We do need to have dummy player markers. I will get out the reds. Again, dummy player is at 6 here and is at 10 here. Whoo! All right. Let's go to my next turn. I'm going to pass. I'm going to put this in. And I think I go back to the credit and the QIC. It's just really flexible. And I have no more QIC, so that could indeed come in handy, especially if I'm not doing anything on the navigation track. So that's probably the white planet I'm going to grab. We are going to get income. We got 5, 7 credit. I go from 1 to 8. We get 1, 2, 3, 4 ore. I go from 1 to 5. We get a QIC. We get a knowledge. We are going to get cycle 6 and add 1. So cycle 6, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, add 1. Beautiful. Forming Federation early is not. But I need Wolf. We need that tactile. Which I don't love. 3 knowledge advanced tile. Yeah, thanks, Troy. Sorry, it took me a second. Yeah, the other problem is I would need getting that tactile is going to be hard because I don't even have a regular tactile to put it on top of, right? So we'll see. That comes up Atoma action. Toma's doing upgrade. It's upgrading to a research lab. Again, that's going to be the second jump I'm not going to give it to try to even this out. Again, does it make a difference? Sure. Do I care that much? Not really. We're going to put a research lab closest to me. It's going to be this one. I could spend 2 points to cycle 3. Sure. 1, 2, 1, 2, 3. Get 4 things in there. It's going to get 2 points. 1, 2. My turn. We are. These come off. Do I spend the 4? Yeah, I'll spend this 4. Get 7 credit. Gets me up to 15. What's the new planet type I'm getting this round? Woof. I haven't done a yellow yet. Guess I get the blue because it's super adjacent. How much ore is that going to cost? I'm going to take the 2 ore. Just everything's a lot more ore intensive. I was thinking for a second maybe getting a planetary institute, an academy, but I think that's not going to happen. So this goes off, this goes off. Moving up on a random research area, moving up 2 from the right, up on the economic track, 2 points, 1, 2. My turn, I'm going to spend 1 ore for a mine, 1 ore for each of 2 terraforming steps, and 2 credit, replacing a mine here. That gives me 3 knowledge, gets me up to 4. Atoma's turn. Doing a power QIC action, 5 from the right, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Again, we skip over the ones that are filled, gets a point. My turn, going to spend 3 ore, 1, 2, 3, and 5 credit. Gets a research lab on the board. I'm going to put it here. It's my only choice. That is going to let me take a tech tile. I'm going to take this tech tile. That gives me an ore and a QIC. And I move up on there, which gives me 2 more ore. And since I moved up on there, I get 2 points for moving up on a research area. Toma's turn. It's placing a mine. Endgame scoring doesn't matter. I'm just going to do 2 away from me, or range 2. Again, fewest terraforming steps. This is 1. This is 1. This is 1. There we go. That's in range 2 and closest to me. So that will work. We're going to put them on their first brown planet. It's going to be a mine here. I can spend 2 points to cycle 3. Yes, 1, 2, 1, 2, 3. My turn, I'm going to spend the 4 knowledge I have. move up on here. That lets me cycle 3. So 1, 1, 2. Atoma should have gotten a point. I never gave it to him. Their turn. They're going to do an upgrade. That is not an Atoma action, so they're not downgrading. But they're going to prioritize upgrading a mine to a trading station. So mine, trading station. I could spend 2 points to cycle 3. 1, 2, 1, 2, 3. And they're going to get a point. So I'm spending a bunch of points to cycle, but again, I think that makes the most sense in my current situation. All right, I'm spending 4. I'm going to get the 7 credit anyway. Atoma's turn. They're going to Atoma action. They're going to prioritize downgrading, but they can't downgrade because they don't have any more trading stations. So instead, they do have to upgrade this to a planetary institute. And they're going to get 2 points. 1, 2. I could spend 2 points to cycle 3 again. Interesting. Nuts. Do I want to? Sure, why not? 2 points, cycle 3. Let's make it happen. Let's go nuts. Go crazy, folks. Go crazy. Oh, man, the navigation track is nuts. I could get an academy out, which is pretty wild. I mean, all this stuff's going to be real expensive to build. If I get this tech tile ever, that's already a federation. Hold on a second. And I think the navigation track is the next place I want to go. So getting that tech tile does make some sense. Getting this tech tile makes some sense. I don't like the race I'm in with them early. I think I'm just going to have to spend the 6 credit to get a trading station out because woof. Because woof. I mean, I have to set myself up for more federations too, right? So if I plan on like getting academy here, like I get or even academy here, like federation, and then maybe a 4. Man, I still have 3 sectors I'm just not on at all. So that's not great. So navigation will really help with that too, especially if I can still snag that lost planet. I mean, I could wait to form federations until around 5, which is at this point not the crazy idea. It's 5 points per each. So I kind of like that. Like I'm considering liquidizing my QIC to get. Nah, it's dumb. Yeah, I'm gonna need a lot of credit. I mean, taking that tactile does become somewhat reasonable, but I don't have the Federation token. And I think I wait till round 5 now because it's just 5 points each time. There are possible end around. Are there any of those that I really desperately want? Yeah, that tile's just in a really awkward place. Yeah. We did blue over here, so I only have yellow, white, and gray in the Lost Planet to go. All right, I'm going to spend the 2 ore, 6 credit. We're putting this here. Atoma's turn, possible end of round. No, they're doing a power QIC action, 2 from the right. 1, 2, 3 points. 1, 2, 3. I'm passing. I'm going to take the ore and then take the navigation again in this cycle 2. Still think that makes the most sense. I already get into 3 points for that. Atoma's turn. Not passing. They're moving up on their highest track. Now that's all jacked up because I screwed that up before, but it is what it is. I've already passed. Are they passing? Not passing. Moving up on a random track. They move up on that. Woof. This becomes a new support guard. They take this. This goes back. And they're down to 2 jumps more than they should have, but obviously that could make a big difference in a game like this. And now that I know they have 1 advance on their highest track, that's a bit of a problem. So I'm basically playing this on hard mode a little bit. There's no way that mistake was advantage, Greg. That is for sure. But I'm at 9 points. I started with 10, so that's a thing that happened. I'm cycling 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. I should have cycled this over for a credit on my last turn because I'm not gonna need all those cycles, I don't think. All right. So 1, 2, 3. This goes here. They're getting 2 points. 1, 2. This flips over. Rest of the game, they are getting a ton of points from those round boosters. They're looking at 17 points, which is quite a lot. All right, income. We're getting 2 knowledge. We're getting 1, 2, 3, 4 ore, so 2 to 6. We're getting 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 credit. We go from 3 to 9. And we're cycling 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, and adding 1. So we're adding 1 right off the bat. And cycling 9, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. So we have 6 power over here. These come off. And their turn first. 1, 2. They're doing an upgrade action. Normal rules, upgrading a mine to a trading station to a research lab. So that's I'm not giving an upgrade. They have 1 upgrade left that I still owe them. They're going to upgrade closest to me. It's either one of these 2, directional selection from the top. It's going to be that one. I'm already maxed out there, so I do not get any benefit. Okay. I'm going to cycle 4 and get some more ore because that's going to continue to prove to be a problem. Every time I place a mine, I do get 2 points this round. I might have forgotten to take 2 points last turn, but I don't know. Someone can tell me if they recognize it. That goes up. Oof. Again, navigation track and economic track are both under outright assault. Yeah, I don't think we're getting that Lost Planet. Which makes me question the wisdom of going after it. we'll see. I'm pretty sure you can do it if you take the one or one QSC tile. You need to go lab station, Federation station. That is yeah. ABC always be charging. I got this one recently. Super excited. We'll never to attempt some plays. Thank you, Wadaki. What's up? I would ignore the big building power tile and get a Fed here. So there you could take the 3K tile. Waiting until round 5 for the Fed token is 5 points. You're gonna have 12 knowledge from that 3K tile. Yeah, dude. I just don't. I mean, whatever. At this point, whatever it is, the missed opportunity. Because you're now you're talking 9 knowledge instead of 12. Um, I just don't know how that math works out, and I honestly just don't know even what I'm jumping up to take it. So, I mean, if I did doing an academy there would have made no sense. I mean, I didn't have enough for a research lab. Doing academy there is bad because of Federation, positioning. So like, I don't think unless I'm trying to come over here now, which isn't crazy, but like just not what I was set up to do. So like, I hear what you're saying. I'm ignoring it because like I didn't see it, and trying to figure it out now is going to be too much, man. Could do that. Gets me into another area. If I get 2 more planet types this round, that's good. I still haven't done the yellow. And right, because I'm thinking that that's a Federation. But if I make it an academy there, I still don't love taking that tile, dude. And I have to do the Federation. I just none of that. I think there's an opportunity cost that would have made those two paths like very similar, but not. I don't think one's going to be clear. I mean, you'd have to play them both out and kind of let me know how it goes. I mean, there is an argument to make an academy here. And come this way. So Federation is something that I'm looking at. It was nothing to give me points for academies. I mean, obviously, getting a bunch of research labs on the board and then having this, 9 points is enticing. Yeah, it's starting to feel like one of those games where like my plan just never really had a clear plan enough to kind of to make this come together. This sector is stupid. Like this sector does like nothing for me. I'm probably just gonna grab this brown unless I just think I'm gonna have more sectors. Right, the Atoma's on 6, or if I get the Lost Planet, I throw the Lost Planet over there. But again, that's gonna be a very tall task at this point. So at some point, I want to grab that tile. But again, that's just another freaking wasted tile. 6/6, move up. And this brown, that was probably a mistake. I could get on that black. It's probably that gray. That's my only chance, my last chance to get on a gray, right? Where's the 4th gray? 1, 2. 1, 2. Oh, the 4th gray is way down here. Oh, that's interesting. It's also really far away. All right. We will Academy move up. I think I like that. So I'm going to spend 3 or 5 credit. Put this here. I'm going to just take this tile. That moves me up there. That gets me a QIC. Atoma's turn. Moving up at its highest. Directional selection 1, 2, 3, 4. This comes off. 1 point. So at 45. My turn. I'm going to. Yeah, Troy, like, I mean, at some point, like, I'm not fully appreciating what you're saying, and I can't really give it the time, man. So, like, getting right. I didn't do it last round. I'm just gonna move on. All right. Thanks. Um, so, sorry, I'm taking a break real quick. All right, I'm back. Yeah. So my last word on it. I see what you're saying. I could have formed a Fed, but I don't want to form Feds until I had this tactile because I think it's inefficient that way. I want to get more Federation tokens, especially since it's not a green token. Additionally, there's going to be a power cost there. If I was going to form a Fed there, I'm losing taking power out of my cycle that I'm not sure I wanted to spend that on my cycle at that point. So I hear the strategy. I just don't think that was the best strategy. At least it wasn't the best strategy for me today. If it is in a vacuum, that's great, dude. Play it out. You can tell me in the comments what the score difference was, and everybody will be very impressed. So I'm gonna move on at this point. We are going to it did their turn. Great. I'm going to form a federation. I'm taking 1 power out of my cycle. We are going to then place a satellite here. That's my first federation. So I'm going to get a federation token. I will very much need credits, or all of it. Credits. Or I'll take the credits. I'm going to take the 7 points. So I go from 9 up to 16. I get 6 credit. I go from 4 up to 10. Atoma's turn. 1, 2, 2, 2. It's moving up on a thing. Random 1, 2, 3. 2 points. It goes up to there. My turn. I'm going to want to settle a new planet type. I have still not done a yellow. Which is the lowest hanging fruit, but probably dumb to do that this very moment. So I will get. I buzzed. What? Cool. I buzzed. I'm going to. I am no longer buzzed. I'm going to take a. A build the mine action. I'm going to use my special one, so I get range 3. I'm going to get 1 ore for the mine, and then 1, 2, 3 more, 1 for each terraforming step. I wish like the round boosters gave me points for that, and then 2 credit. We're gonna place this over here. That gives me 3 knowledge, because it's a new planet type. I got the white. Atoma's turn. This comes off. Doing a power QIC action. 5 from the left. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. It gets 3 points. 1, 2, 3. My turn. Oh, I got 2 points, so I built the mine. I feel like I've been missing points. I got 2 points, so that's the round booster. I feel like I only got 2 of the 4 points I should have gotten for moving up research areas last turn, which is fine. It is part of the argument of like maybe I should have done some of the research area stuff in round 3 instead of round 2 as well, but like that's hard to hold off on that. I probably should have had this last round and this round, but I still have to get that tile at some point, and I feel like the top's going to be closed off just with the Atoma doing what they're doing right now. So that's all super frustrating. All right, I'm going to spend 4 knowledge to move up there. So navigation is now 2. This comes out. We're placing a mine. Endgame scoring doesn't matter. Mine's going to be placed range 2. We're looking for fewest terraforming steps. This is 1 terraforming step. This is 1 terraforming step. This is 1 terraforming step. And then we have... Oh, that was the new... Yeah, never mind. That was the other sector. 2 terraforming steps. 3. So it's going to be one of those 3 closest to me. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. So it's going to have to be this one. They're getting a mine here. That is their first thing on a white planet. Nope, that is their second thing on a white planet. So now I have range 2. Probably makes sense. Yeah, I'm just not anywhere close to them. It's really annoying. I'm going to spend this ore and this 2 credit to place a mine here. That's a new planet type for me. And I'm going to spend one of these QIC as an ore for a terraforming step. And that's going to get me 2 points so I placed a mine. I don't, man, I'm sorry. I'm really distracted, guys. I don't know if I get in their point or not, so I'll give it to them now. Atoma's turn. They're doing an Atoma action. They're downgrading as a priority, so they're downgrading this to a research lab. I think I can still cycle off that. So I could cycle 3, extend 3 to cycle 4. Which... Spending 3 to cycle 4. 1, 2, 3. 1, 2, 3, 4. Sure. And 2 points for the Atoma. They go there. Great. My turn. Oh, I get 3 knowledge too because I did the thing. I think I tried a race for that lost planet. So I'm going to cycle 1 to get a credit, and then I'm going to spend this 4 knowledge to go up here, which lets me cycle 3. So 1, 2, 3, and that gets me a QIC. Toma's turn. Potential end of round. It is not. They're moving up on their highest track. They were at the top of the economic track. Remember, they are 1 jump ahead still, but that's fine. That goes there. Yeah, they've had a lot of extra turns. I'm going to cycle these 4 to get 2 knowledge. That could come in handy next turn. Atoma's turn. That is end of round. They're taking this. This goes over here. We're grabbing this, shuffling these up. So they're only 1 jump ahead of where they should be. So they feel like that's evened out. Exactly how that would have played out differently is really hard to figure. At the end of this round, they do get 6 points. So they go from 54 to 60. If I place any more mines, I'll just have to adjust that. I don't think I am. All right, this is done. I'm going to need every credit I can get my hands on. So I'm passing. This is going out. I'll take this. We're doing income. I get 5 credit. I go from 7 to 12. I get 3 knowledge. I go from 2 to 5. I get 1 QIC. That's my 4th one. That's enticing. I get 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, or I go from 0 to 6. And I get to cycle 7 and add 1. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, and adding 1. All right, this comes down. Atoma's first. Round bonus is shit. My whole plan was to form federations in this round. And then I got distracted and I did it last round. I'm undoing that because that makes no sense. So, because my whole plan was to do it this round. So give me 7 points less. So 17 down to 10. This comes off. I should have another power in my cycle. Don't know. I don't think that it changes powering at all. Yeah, my whole plan was to do it this round. So like I'm not messing with that. Sorry. Again, sometimes things are really hard to stream. And this is one of those days. So I'm going to put this call it retconning. I mean, part of it is just like I should just restart this because it's just it's been one of those days. All right, so say this was there. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. So there'd be say it was down here. I don't know how else to figure this. But do 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, then 2 over, and then I add the 1, and then that's how that would look. So that's fine. I would have passed before the Atoma though, because I would have had 1 less turn. So that comes here. I don't think that changes anything else. Someone can let me know in the comments. If it does, I undid the 7 points and I will have 6 less credit. That gets me down to 6. Nothing else changed. I did not use that credit last turn. Remember, I got the 7 credit somewhat early, and I only got 5 credits. I would have been at the 1 credit. I did not need the credit to do what I did last turn, I don't think. So I'm going to go with it. All right, hold on a sec. I'm losing my hat. All right. I am going to form federation. I'm taking this out. We're doing this. So what I did last round, I'm doing this round. I'm going to get the Oh, I might even take the credit now. No, I'm going to take the credit. I'm going to take the 7 points and the 6 credit, and I'm going to get 12 points. Instead of 7, it gets me up to 22, and the 6 credit gets me up to 12. Atoma's turn. Remember, because I passed the very turn after they did last turn, so it makes sense. They're doing an Atoma action. They're upgrading to a research lab. They're not going to go up on a random thing, so we're now finally even. Which is good because they would have gone up. Again, it's hard to tell. Like, it's all random. So who knows? So we're even on this. I don't need to keep track of this anymore. They're going to make one of their research labs, trading stations, into a research lab. Closest to me is going to be one of these two. Directional selection says from the top. I'm going to be able to spend 3 points to cycle 4. 1, 2, 3. Cycle 4. Don't mind if I do. 2 points for them. 1, 2. I'm cycling 4 out to get 2 more ore. Gets me up to 8. Atoma's turn. They're going to do a power QIC action, 2 from the right. They're getting 3 points. 1, 2, 3. That's done. My turn. Blitzing that AI track is super enticing. Three ore. That's a bunch of knowledge. 1, 2, 3, 6, 7. I'm just missing the black and the lost planet. I think getting this tech tile this round is interesting. I'm not sure what that 3 ore does for me. I could spend 4 QIC to get a tech tile, but I'm kind of intrigued by this tech tile as a late game play just to get a bunch of points. But I really need to get up to the top of the navigation direction. I'm spending 4. Let me get up here, and then I will figure it out. None of these tiles make any sense. I mean, I could grab that, but I actually don't have 2 Federation tokens for that, so that's not a thing. That's not a thing. And now if I colonize a planet, hey, I colonize a planet, I get 3 more ore, then I can move up there, get the lost planet. That's fantastic. So Atoma's turn. Power Q. It's an Atoma action. It's doing an upgrade action. It's going to prioritize downgrading this to a research lab. I can spend 3 points to cycle 4. 1, 2, 3. Cycling 4. Why not? I spent so many points on that. 2 points there. My turn. I'm going to spend 1, 2, 3, 4 ore and 2 credit to place a. Now I have range 3 now, so I'm going to place a mine here. That's another new planet type. That's 3 knowledge. And that will work. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. Yeesh. Alright, Atoma's turn. It's placing a mine, range 2, endgame scoring doesn't matter. This is 1 terraforming step. Nope. 1 terraforming step, 1 terraforming step. Let's see anything else. It's going to be one of these two. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. That's going to be closest. We get a mine over here. 1 point. My turn. I mean, 3 points plus all the planet types is pretty sick. Yeah, I'm going to jump over here. I'm going to use my Federation token. We get the Lost Planet. That's a new planet type. I get 3 knowledge. And I'm going to put this in a sector that would be otherwise hard to reach. I think it makes the most sense to go here. Let's see if I can't backdoor a quick Federation here. Probably not. Again, most structures of federations is also a thing, so that's probably going to win that because, again, Ferex don't have many structures, but I want at least 10 structures in a federation. So my range is now 4, which is pretty awesome. All right, Atoma's turn here and here. They're placing a mine, and game scoring doesn't matter. Range 2. They're looking at, they are now within range of this gray planet. So that's obviously where they're going to go. They're going to get 3 points for the pleasure. 1, 2, 3. My turn. I'm going to spend 2 QIC. I get 3 points plus I have how many different planet types? We have 7, 8, 9. So I get 12 points for that. So that's 2 QIC for 12 points. It's a really nice trade. So 16 up to 28. So as long as that's open, that's an auto grab for me. Atoma's turn. This comes over. This comes off. They're doing an upgrade action. They're going to do a normal upgrade action. So that's going to be a mine to a trading station to a research lab because all their trading are deployed. So they now are going to do a random jump because we have evened that out. Closest to me is one of these two. This comes off. I can spend 3 points to cycle 4. 1, 2, 3. Cycling 4. Yes, please. They get 1 point. They also go up in a random research area, 1 from the right. So they're finally moving up the research area, the knowledge track. I'm going to cycle these 4 and get 2 knowledge. Atoma's turn. They're moving up on a random track, 1 from the left. They're moving up on that track now, 0 points. My turn. Yeah, I could do that. I like it. All right, I'm going to take these 2 QIC out. I'm spending 4 ore. The 2 QIC I'm using as ore, and then I'm spending, so that's 6 ore total and 6 credit. I'm placing a academy there. And that's all she wrote. 1, 2, 3. 1, 2, 3, 4. Yeah, I could do that. Alrighty then. All right, Atoma's turn. This goes over. This comes out. Moving up on its highest track. It's going to just take this away. 1 point. My turn. I'm going to do this action and get myself an extra QIC. Atoma's turn. This comes over. Potential end of round. It is not. Moving up on their highest track. It's going to move up on the AI track. That so much for that advanced tactile. That's probably going to be gone. They get 1 point. Oh, I did not take my tactile when I built the thing. I'm going to take this tile and move up here. I think that's the best play. Gives me the most income for next turn. So 7 points, 32, and I had that jump there, which is definitely where I want to be. Or take this. That's 9 more knowledge. Woof. Yeah, that's good. Do you think I try to blitz the eye track? I obviously need to get up there at some point. But yeah, I want to grab this while I have the chance. Now is it my turn? I think I was, because I just remembered I didn't do that on last turn like I should have. That's fine. So I'm gonna take. Oh, interesting. Let me undo that. 7 points down. This down. This here. Yeah, I cycled that to get the knowledge. That would be 9 knowledge. That gets me up to 14. I run up the AI track. I have a Gaia form, which is useless. 3, 3, 3. Yeah, so I'm going to grab this instead, which moves me up on this, which gives me 9 knowledge. I go from 5 to 14. So again, another retcon. I apologize. I get my first Gaia former. So that was last turn, because I just forgot to take a tactile. What I did, an upgrade to a trading station or an academy. And now we're going to do this turn. I'm going to form a federation. I'm taking 4 out. We're putting 4 satellites. 1, 2, 3, and 4. So that's worth 4 points, 5, 6, and 7. So it's a federation. I'm going to grab the federation that gives me some ore. So it's going to be 12 points for the federation, 5 for the round booster, 7 because of the tile. So it gets me up to 25 to 37. And then I'm going to get 2 ore, which puts me at 2. Atoma's turn, potential end of round. And of course not, moving up on a random thing. It can't move up there. It's going to take this off. So much for getting that tile. 2 points. So 76. My turn. I'm going to... You know, I probably should have taken... Well, I could turn ore into +1 anyway. So it's not a big deal. Right. Yeah, I can make this work. All right, we're going to spend this QIC as an ore to get another thing in my cycle. We're going to spend 4 knowledge to go up there and get a QIC. Atoma's turn, potential end of round. It is the end of round. They're taking this from the support card. This goes back here. Of course, they're taking the big point grab I was potentially hoping for. They're going to add this to their thing. They're getting 5 points for the round booster, 76 to 81. And they're not going to be able to... I'm not building more federation, so I'm just going to flip that over. All right. So I'm in 5 sectors. They're in 3. Definitely want to beat the Atoma, and then we'll see about getting all my structures into federations in this last round. But they're going to be set up. These are out. This is good. And done. I'm going to spend 4 knowledge, go up there, get a QIC. I'm going to spend 4 knowledge, go up there, get 2 QIC, and cycle 3. Yeah. So this is actually only cycling 2. I'm going to cycle 3 out here, do this power QIC action, and get 2 more things on my cycle. That seems important. I don't think Gaia forming makes much sense. Ooh, 4 points for trading station I build next turn? Yes, please. That's pretty sick. All right, so I'm gonna build I'm gonna take a mine, an ore, and 2 credit. Remember, I have range 4. I'm gonna spend a QIC, which lets me terraform a Gaia planet. And then I'm gonna spend an ore and 2 credit. And I'll put this mine here on an orange planet. So I have all 7 of the sectors filled up. And that's going to give me max ore for next turn. The biggest limitation for me is if I get the credit to build 4 trading stations, because that would be a 16-point boon for me. I'm not sure about how many more Federation tokens I can get, but I think I'm still in striking distance. I had an outside idea of getting this tile because that would have been a lot of points. At some point, I will get on top of the terraforming track 2. Remember, that will be a nice boon of 12 points as well. So we're kind of in striking distance, not looking amazing, not looking terrible. They're taking that. Round booster for me is I will take the 2 points per trading station. And I get up to the top of there, 4 QIC. Remember, this is a 12-point QIC tile for me, so there's definitely a lot of ways I can get some points to work to my favor. Atoma is going to go first. Here we go. They're placing a mine. Endgame scoring doesn't matter. They're placing a mine range 2. This is 2 terraforming steps for them. This is 2 terraforming steps for them. This is 2 terraforming steps for them. And this is 1. That's 2. The red is 3. So they're going to take the Gaia planet over here. Not in range of me. I can't cycle up it. They get 3 points. 1, 2, and 3. My turn. Do you want to take that before they grab it? Because it's just an easy 12 points for 2 QIC. Thank you very much. 12 points, 37 up to 49. Atoma's turn. They're going to go up on a random track. They're going up on this track. 2 points, 84 to 86. My turn. I will just get myself another QIC. Their turn. They're going to do an Atoma action. They're going to prioritize downgrading. Oh, income. Woof. Income. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. I go from 0 to 8, 9. So 0 to 9. I get 10 because I have 1 over here too. Credit, I just get 3 credit, which obviously isn't a lot. Knowledge, I get 2 knowledge. And I can cycle 3, 7. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, and add 1. Yes, sorry about that. So now I can spend 3 points a cycle 4. Wait a second. What did I do? Did they downgrade yet? So they're going to prioritize downgrading that to a trading station. I don't think I did that yet. They're going to get 2 points. So I want to spend 3 points a cycle 4. Yes. So 1, 2, 3, cycling 4. 1, 2, 3, 4. And I gave them 2 points already. I'm pretty sure of it. Someone could tell me if I didn't. All right. I'm going to cycle 4. to get 7 to get some credits because I was super credit poor. Atoma's turn. They're doing an Atoma action. They're going to prioritize putting a research lab into a trading station. They don't have any, so they're actually making a research lab. Closest to me is going to be one of these. I could spend 3 points to cycle 4. That's just starting to feel reckless and unnecessary. I will not. They're going to move up on a random area, 2 from the right. That one's already at the top, so this goes up there, and they're going to get 2 points for the pleasure. They're up to 90. My turn, I will... Yeah, I want to grab that. I want to get up there. I want to build 4 trading stations. Great, let's build some trading stations. This one's a low-hanging fruit, so 2 ore, 3 credit, trading station here. It's going to be an extra 4 points, so 46 up to 50. Atoma's turn. They're placing a mine, and game scoring doesn't matter. Range 2. Range 2 for them. This is 2 terraforming steps. This is 2 terraforming steps, but it's farther from me. This is 2 terraforming steps. That is it. This is 2 terraforming steps, right? But closest to me is going to be this blue. That's amazing. I can spend a point to cycle 2. Seems reckless. They get 3 points. 1, 2, 3. Yeah, they're still just not. It's not that amazing. They're just not up in my area. 1, 2. Oh, this has to be so credit expensive. This, man. I mean, every trading station is going to be worth effectively 4 points at the time and then points at the end of the game. Want that 12 points there for sure. If I can get, I mean, they have 1, 2, 3, 4. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. They'll 9 for Federation count. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. If I can get one more Federation, but then 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. Woof. If I go... Can I build close to them? So I have like no place to even build close to them. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. I mean, that's 10 QIC. I mean, that's 10 satellites just to connect that as a federation. Which is really gross. I could just build a mine there. 1, 2, but I probably should just build a trading station. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. Build a trading station, and then I need 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10 anyway. Yeah, none of them are, I can't get close to them. So is what it is. I take a Federation token and then I rescore it. All right, I'm gonna spend two ore, gets me 8 to 6, 6 credit, gets me to 7 down to 1. I'm gonna put a trading station here because it just really doesn't matter. That's 4 points, 50 to 54. Atoma's turn, doing a power QIC action, one from the right. Well, that covers that up, 1 point, so much for those ideas. It's fine. It's all fine. Who cares? My turn. I think cycle 4 out. If I cycle this out, that gives me a credit. And I take these 6 out and spend 4 ore to get additional power. I move all that power out. Are we component limited for satellites? Woof. Or are we component limited for satellites? I've never had this come up. Gaia Project Atoma rules, not helpful. Someone needs to Google this. Advanced endgame scoring, satellites. I guess you're the component limit for satellites. Gaia Project. Gaia Project. Component limited for satellites. $25 is the limit. All right, so I just have to take them off of over there, which is fine. I have them. I just have them over there. All right, so 10. I have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. I'm taking 2 off of here, so 9, 10. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. Those are all connected. That forms a federation. I will take the federation tile of. Yeah, I was thinking of rescoring that so I can get extra knowledge. But I'm just gonna have to take. The do I take the 12 points? I think so. I get this. If I get, well, no, this is more effective. Yeah, this is more effective. I'll take the 7 points and the 6 credit. So we go from 54 to 61. 6 credit gets me up to 2 to 8. At minimum, I'm going to be 1 point ahead doing it this way, because I can get the 12 points, or I get enough credit to build another trading station. Another trading station, obviously, is going to be 4 points plus 2 points. Then I get the 7 points from that, so that's super helpful. Power QSC action, 5 from the right. 1, 2, 3, 4, and 5. 3 points. 1, 2, 3. My turn. I'm going to spend the 4 knowledge, flip this over, get up into here. That's 12 points. That gets me from 61 to 73. Atoma's turn. They're placing a mine, and game scoring doesn't matter. So we're looking for terraforming steps. This is 2 terraforming steps. Nothing's going to be 1 for them. That's 3. This is 2. This is 2. Closest to me, that's 3 away. That's 3 away. Directional selection says from the bottom, so it's going to be over here. We get a mine and 1 point. It gets them up to 98. My turn. I'm going to spend 2 ore and 6 credit to get a trading station here, because it just doesn't matter where I put it. That's 4 points because of the round booster. That's 78 or 73 to 77. So I think I did that right. Atoma's turn. They're doing an upgrade. They're doing a normal upgrade. They're doing a mine to a trading station. Closest to me is going to be one of these 3. Directional selection says this one is the winner. And 1 point for the Atoma. My turn. I think I'm done. Don't have much else I can do. Definitely made it interesting. I'm not sure how the final scoring is going to work out. I mean, I can turn these QIC into, yeah, I just couldn't, they were so far away from me. Like all my trading stations were super expensive, which definitely took a toll. But I can turn these QIC into ore. Why not? And then I will pass. When I pass, I have 3 trading stations on the board, so 6 more points, 77 to 83. All right, Atoma's turn. Potential end of round is the end of the game. This is going to flip. They're going to get 6 points from the round booster. It gets them up to 105. I think I did all the scoring right, but I'm sure we're plus or minus a couple on one side, so we'll see if there's any kind of cushion. The Atoma is totally, they're in 1, 2, 3 sectors, so obviously we smushed there. Not a lot of their mines required endgame scoring checks, so that's fine. They had 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, so they ended up with 10 different mines in satellites. Again, number of structures they have, -1, 4, 8, 11. So that's pretty strong for me. 1, 2, 3, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12. So I end up with 12 things in federations, and I was on all 7 of the sectors. So I think that will give me the edge. We're going to have, again, I have 4 resources left. I get 1 point from there. And then we're going to do the endgame scoring. I got 36 points from that. So I'm at 84 plus 36 is 90, 120. The Atoma is only going to get 9 plus 6, so they get 15. So they're at 105 to 120. Now we do, here I have 12, 24 plus 8 gives me 32. So 120 gives me 152. The Atoma is at 12 plus 16. That gets them 28. They get to 148. Woof. That was really close. Yeah, I think that's it. We, plus or minus 1 or 2. I assume that I did that right enough. That was not an emphatic win by any chance, by any means. I mean, there was definitely a sense when I was at 2 and 2 here. I had the 2 QIC. Like, I mean, even if I had been able to build like a research lab, I grab this, I move up on that. I mean, that's like an 11-point move, right? So there were like ways where I was like 1 resource away from creating some distance, and I think it just comes out. I definitely did a couple things probably not ideal in that early round. Yeah, I don't think what was the last tile I took. I took the 7 the 7 credit because that was 4 points. That ended up being 6 points. I probably, right, because when I go back to here, if we really think this through, I was at 2 and I gave myself 8 and I had 2 QIC. If I left it at 2 and 2 and I took the ore, no. If I go to 2 and 8, if I don't build a trading station, right, that's 6 points less because there's the 4 points I got immediately from the round booster and then the 2 for when I passed. So this would have gone 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. If I use this, I turn this into an ore, and then I spend, because I didn't need this thing, right? This would have been a mine. If I turn one of my trading stations into a research lab. So I turn that 3, 5. So this goes down to 0. This goes down to 3. I still get the 1 point end of the game for 1 less. I put a research lab on the board, and then I take that 7-point tech tile. that's really strong for me because then I'm up and then I get the additional 4 points for being there. So the 7 points from that would have been 46 to 53, and then I'd have another 4 points for being on top of one higher on the economic track. So that was probably my play. I got a little enamored with the idea of building trading stations, but would have been a much more effective thing to do to build a research lab. And since I would have had to convert one, it would have been 2 less points though. So because I would have had to convert, so I still would have been net like 3 or 4 points. But again, 150 isn't great. 175 is kind of more what you're going for. Obviously Troy had another plan. I'm curious to see maybe you get to 165, 170 if you really leaned into that. I think I just ended up being a little kind of lost in those middle rounds. The fact that everything was so expensive from the trading station standpoint because the Furex were staying very far from me. So that's probably from a strategic standpoint, maybe I build down here earlier, try to get in their way, but they just didn't do much spreading out until late. And then when they did, all these were range 2 and all of them had like the better, like again, they were all like 1 terraforming step. So they just did a lot of their building like down here. So White Dot gave us the beginning. Did you randomly pick the Atoma's faction? I did. John B using cues to mark planet types. Yeah, I got there, John. Thanks, I appreciate it. Sorry I didn't take the chat too much near the end. I just was kind of, I realized I just needed to focus a little bit more than I was doing. Just one of those days. I mean, again, starting a stream 30 minutes late because of a construction thing in my house, you can imagine, isn't always the greatest. But I like the Geodens a lot. I think the Geodens, for me, they kind of fall into that trap where I get so focused on terraforming all planet types that I probably miss some strategies. So it's almost like, yeah, you did the thing you wanted to do, but then you didn't turn that into max points. The Itars, I think, are another one where I get so enamored with getting all of the different tactiles that I've definitely gotten all 9 tactiles before and lost, right? And like all 9 regular tactiles and lost. So I think there is a thing to be like, all right, well, it is what they do. There are some benefits, but be careful that you're not doing that thing to the exclusion of actually something that might be better. And that might be some of the things that Troy was getting into. I do think that having this tile here, where are you? This tile here wasn't great because I wasn't able to work into a comprehensive strategy. This 7 points there could have been nice. I did have to do some retconning. I mean, obviously, when I built the Federation in round 4, when I knew I wanted to do it in round 5, that was just, again, me kind of losing focus a little bit. So I was like, no, I built my whole strategy to do this in round 5. Like, I'm gonna retcon that. So I know that's annoying for some people. To do on camera, I try to limit that, but sometimes it's like, dude, this was my strategy. I'm just, do whatever you find most fun in your games. For me, like if I realize like I you know deviated from my strategy in a way like that, I am often just going to redo it if it's easy to do. Obviously, when I was giving the Furex auto upgrades, auto jumps up research labs when I for research stations instead of research labs, like I'm not going to try to recon everything exactly, but I will track. All right, I did that 4 times. I'll just have them do 4 less jumps as we go. And that's a significant difference, right? I mean, I won by 4. I mean, if they're up there now, boom, that's 4 more. Or if they had beat me up to the navigation track, boom, that's 4 more. But the way it worked out, I gave them those jumps earlier. So again, I don't think that's in any way could have given me any real advantage. They still had some jumps they could have taken down there. So how those random numbers work out, I feel pretty confident that wouldn't have had a negative. It wouldn't have had a negative effect on my result. So, White Donkey says, "Well done either way." And White Donkey, do the Atoma factions make a big difference? John B says, "Yes, they make a big difference." Yes, I am 100% with that. Thank you, John. Yeah, there's a big difference. End of the day, like I think if you're learning the game, you want to get to a place where you're consistently scoring about 135 to 150 and then 150 plus as you get a little bit better. The Atoma is going to score between 135 to 150 on hard. Sometimes they'll get up to 165, 175. That's a rare game. Hashalas, however, is probably they're going to score the most points in my experience. But what's really nice about the Atomas is how they force you to focus on different things. Like the Itars like to cram up the power QIC action. So you really need to like be like, oh crap, power QIC is going to be a problem. Don't if there's a power QIC action you want, you best grab it quick and around because the Itars are really going to mess with you. The Terrans are going to make a Gaia forming strategy super hard because they're going to gobble up all the Gaia planets super quick. They also have an incredible ability to get around the map quick because they have range 4 in their Atoma action. The Taclons, they just love to cram you in. So if you're trying to build, in adjacent places, you're going to want to do it quicker because the Taclons are going to really try to choke the energy, choke the oxygen around where you are. So like all this stuff is stuff that you'll just kind of learn as you go. The Xenos, they start with 3 mines, so they're going to spread out pretty quick. Hashalas, again, I think are the biggest point scorers. That's why I was confusing Hashalas and Phyrex. Every time they do a trading station, they get 3 points. This is every time they go upgrade to a research lab, they move up in a random area. So again, that's just my fault, not having the time to play this off camera the way I would prefer. The last few weeks has been crazy. Have been crazy. All good stuff, but been very, very crazy. So again, sorry about that mess up. Glad we caught it early enough that I could kind of make this work. And yeah, this is nuts. Like the 10 satellites, there's some inefficiency there. But in the end, when you're looking at those end game scoring tiles, you're like, heck, man, I need to beat them. The Phyrex opened up the door for me to, they were a good faction for me with those end game scoring because it's going to be a lot easier for me to get both of those. Some of the end game scoring tiles would have been, satellites I would have smushed, planet types I would have smushed. Number of Gaia planets would have been tough. Like that's something I didn't do much of. I did have some extra QICs, so I, could have try to make that work there. Or yeah, that's like the only, maybe I do get a transdim. I had this, I had a Gaia former, I just never used it, but I got that late. Number of structures out obviously was advantage me. So I guess the only one that would have been really good for the Phyrex against the Geodens is probably number of Gaia planets, and that is built, I think, into the Geodens, that you really need to get the max 36 points from those endgame scoring if you're going to have a chance in most of these games. But if I was up against like the Xenos or another faction that's putting out a lot of mines, that number of structures on the board gets a lot harder. Some of these factions, again, it's not uncommon that they will have pretty much every single one. Oh man. What did I do? I never put their Planetary Institute out. What am I doing? Which is also like not, that's only advantage them. I definitely misplayed that. Their second upgrade should have been Planetary Institute, which should have been right there, which would have meant different things. And then we did the undo, redo. So one of their upgrades should have been less. So that's just my fault. Their priority orders, again, they go to research lab. Their second upgrade should have been Planetary Institute. So put whatever asterisk on this game that you want. White Donkey, awesome. Thanks for the explanation. All right. Well, some parts of this were a struggle. I hope it was fun for you. It was mostly fun for me. I do. I gotta think through some things with the channel. I really like an exchange of ideas, and I really like helpful. I do think that at some level, if once an idea is communicated, I hear it, I understood it. I love the comments after game. At some point, there needs to be a little bit more recognition that, hey, this is probably not the most helpful to explain this strategy in the middle of a playthrough. So I know some channels, I know like Paul Rogan is like, don't give me strategy talk, like, and I get it. Like I will kind of never do that. Like that, I actually like the strategy talk in the middle of a game. I find it super helpful at times. But at some point, if I hear an idea and I reject it and I've moved on, I know it's hard too because like the chat's in real time, and I don't often look at the chat immediately for obvious reasons because I need to focus on a game like this. This is a pretty heavy game, so um, you know, it's a little bit on me or a lot on me too. So I just needed to take a break at some moment just to kind of reset and kind of get back into this because I don't. This is their games. They're supposed to be fun. I get all that. So but I do appreciate the passion about Gaia Project. Thank you to John and White Donkey and Troy and others for stopping in on your Thursday afternoon. I have a full day of gaming coming up, and then that'll be fun. So I get some friends coming over, and then tomorrow we'll be back doing a Volcaire's Quest scenario of Maze Knight, so super excited about that. Trying to get things ready for next week. I will probably only be streaming Wednesday, Thursday, Friday next week. You can look for ATO, A Spirit Island, and not sure what the third game will be. I want to get Skytear Horde back on the channel, and I want to get I still really want to get Reckland Run back on the channel, so I have to play through that campaign though, because I'm just going to do 1 or 2 scenarios from the expansion on there. So I'm trying to get into the expansion content as I drop an orange mine on the floor. All right, let me get that before I step on it later. Sajid says, hello. So am I here for the ending credits? You are. You are. Oh man, it was a day, Sajid. Some mistakes. We got there though, I think. I don't know why I forgot to build their planetary institute. That makes me a little annoyed at myself, but that happens. Rules are tough, people. Rules are tough. I swear there's like a limited area in my brain for game rules, and the more I fill it with new games, the harder some things about old games become. But White Donkey says, "Yep," but you'll be happy to hear that I won Maze Knight. I am super happy. And how did this game go? It was kind of a win. There's a little bit of an asterisk. It was not an emphatic win, but it was definitely kind of a win. I made some things harder on myself. I think every mistake I made it harder on myself. But I'm happy to discuss that in the comments. Some of the upgrades and stuff get a little funky. Yeah, we should have gotten. Well, upgrade, downgrade. Yeah, it's really hard to figure how all that would have come out. So it definitely was different. I played the Greg variant of Gaia Project, but I think next on the list, who's next? I don't know who's next. I'm trying to just go through the same order I did the last time. Next on the list of Gaia Project, we have, and again, I'm not getting the Gaia Project as often as I used to, but you can expect to see it like once every other month, so like every 6 weeks or so. Gaia Project. Next up is going to be the Xenos. Heck yeah! No, that I dig. I like the Xenos. They're fun. White Donkey says I have the same limited game rule disk space issue. A benefit of that is that it keeps mini games feeling new. Sajid, oh, that is the true spirit of a Maze player. Always make your life more difficult by mistakes and rules interpretations. True story. Cool. This was fun. Sajid, good to see you near the end. Hate to say hi and goodbye at the same time, but that's how that's gonna go. Sajid says my brain is weird with rules. Some stuff I can remember after 5-6 years. Other games just vanish in weeks. Looking at you, ATO. Yeah, for me, there's definitely like a muscle memory part. And like Gaia Project, generally speaking, has the muscle memory where I'm good. Maze Knight, Spirit Island. Um, the worst is when I think I have a muscle memory with the game, and then I start playing it on a live stream, and I'm like, I realize, oh, I'm a little rough. But that's the thing with ATO, like what I'm doing with the live stream, like streaming that campaign when I haven't built up that muscle memory, has been a pretty interesting choice. I use interesting because it's a nice ambiguous word. Happy to see that it has been going very well so far, which it seems to be, at least people are enjoying it. The numbers are good on it. I'm enjoying it, so it's probably most important. But Sajid, but also Gaia has been some years since last play. Well, dude, go fix that. Get this puppy on the table. Get your friends over. Do a nice little four player game of Gaia, and terraform some Woo! All right, save nick of time and terraform some colonies here, or terraform some planets. Make it happen. But all right, good times. You're all the best. I'll see whoever can make it tomorrow for a Volcari's quest on Tight Legendary. I will see you then. Sad says, don't underrate the value of the playthrough. I will tag along. Most awesome. Have an amazing day, everybody. Questions, comments, epiphanies, put them in the comment section below. And other than that, thanks for joining me. And until next time, happy gaming.